I'm working on an Emotion Exhilarator kayak. Looks like it's about 12 feet long. I don't know what this stuff is, but when you heat it, it feels like, I don't know, it's rubbery. I took a piece of this blue plastic and melted it in there just to see if it would work, and this is the correct kind of plastic, and I've got plenty of it. The previous owner had ripped out this stuff before because I could see where he had heated it inside of here. I don't know what this stuff is, but it's soft, whatever it is. So I don't know. He said he had somebody patch his kayak for him. This is what they use. And here I go again. You fix plastic with plastic. Not with putty, not with silicone, not with Bondo. Yeah, but look at that. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that stuff is soft. Look. Look what it does when I heat it up. It's bubbling. I mean, it's not getting off, whoa, it's not giving off any weird smells. Yeah, but it's weird. It's got like a texture of chewing gum. All right, I'm gonna get this cleaned up and I'll come back to this later. Whoever patched this before, if you look here, you see that they don't follow the rule of hot plastic sticks to hot plastic. Look, there's layer after layer after layer of plastic, but none of it is stuck to the previous layer. Because they just melted plastic onto plastic. You gotta have both surfaces hot or it's not gonna stick. I shouldn't be able to pull this off this easy. I mean, it held, but see, there's a layer there. There's a layer here, there's a layer there, and then there's another layer under here. I'm just trying to get all these top layers off so that I can patch it correctly. I'm going to put wire mesh on it. And I'm probably going to patch it with that blue stuff over there. Because this maroon thing I got here is not... I tested a piece of it on here and it didn't stick. And then I tested some of this blue plastic from that over there. And that actually melted in pretty good. Let's see. Right here's where the plastic stuck to where it wasn't hot, but over there you can see that actually adhered a lot better. So let's get all this off of here. Yeah, look, see, there's another layer coming up right there. Look at that. This is just layer after layer where they put hot plastic on the cold plastic. There's another layer right there. Yeah, that would never seal. That's not going to stop water. It looks like right there it stuck pretty good where they melted the plastic to the plastic. But other than that, yeah. You got to make sure both surfaces are hot and sticking to each other. Go grab a pair of pliers. Pliers. Yeah. Look at that. Look at all these layers just coming out by themselves. See, they're not even, They're not even stuck to what's underneath. But just layer after layer after unstuck plastic. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to pull that up that easy. So you can see right there, there's one layer there, there's another layer there, where they were just melting the plastic onto the surface. It wasn't hot. Did I mention that both surfaces have to be hot? Yeah, this is an attempted patch, but not correct. Yeah, I wasn't even planning on taking all this yellow stuff out, but I'm glad I started looking at the layer. I mean, I could have left it in there, just put wire mesh over it, and then put my own plastic to seal it, but I'd rather make sure that hole is sealed. I'm using 1,350 degree heat. I think plastic melts at like at 150 or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah. This one's probably the same way. I'll probably have to rejuvenate the whole bottom of this kayak too, like I've done the others. I'm trying to bring that plastic up, the original plastic, stick to itself. You know, I got this hole right here, but that's no problem for me. Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is some kind of a, I don't know, maybe he added green coloring to silicone because the stuff is still soft. I think the previous owner had taken one off of here because he said he had taken it to somebody to have it repaired, and I hope they're not doing this for a living, because, yeah. Anyway, that's good for now. Alright, I pretty much got the holes patched up and kind of filled in on both sides. I didn't do a lot on this one because it didn't need a lot, but this one had a big old hole in it. So what I'm going to do here is cover the whole thing with wire mesh. From there, on both sides. And then I'm probably going to use this darker blue. I'm going to try this stuff here. It kind of sort of matches, but I don't know. I'm going to try it in an inconspicuous spot somewhere, just to see if I can get that to stick to this. And if it will, then I might use it. If not, then I'll stick to this. I'm probably going to fill this a little more. See, because what I do is I'm using that iron over there. I heat this up, and then I'm heating little pieces of this. This is just filler. The darker blue is probably the one I'm going to use from those bins over there. Those are broken bins they throw out from work. There's a handle, the sides break off. Anyway, yeah, And this green putty on the inside of here, what I do is I stick the iron down inside. And then I push it against the side and slowly lift on it, and it's pulling all that stuff out. Because that hole was probably this big. Now I can put my whole thumb in there. But there you have it. Come back when there's some wire mesh on it. Oh, here's the wire mesh in place. Actually, let me go this way, that way you can see what it does as I'm melting it. As I'm melting it, the plastic oozes through it. Sorry, I'm not watching through the camera lens, I'm watching what I'm doing. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to actually melt some more plastic and push it through that mesh there, because I made the mesh the shape of the scupper. Yeah, it needs a little more fill in there. Actually, I'm too far in the middle. Let me let you watch what I'm doing here. I'm just melting a little ring of plastic out of here. So once it starts to melt, I'll stick my iron on the other side and pull it off. I don't normally put it to make a hole like that. I use it on the end. So now you can watch how it goes. Well, let me flatten it off. Oh shoot. See how plastic sticks to plastic when it's hot? Cold plastic over here doesn't do anything, but when I put it to the hot plastic. Alright, here, let you watch what I do here. So, now that the plastic's hot, I'm going to push it through the mesh. So you're going to see that this plastic is just not going to be there after I push it, because it's going inside the mesh and adhering to the plastic underneath. Yeah, I'm pushing a little too hard. You can hear the mesh popping. And there you go. I'm going to fill that in and give it its shape. And it'll be done. Actually, you know what I think we're going to do? Before I do any of this, any more of this, I'm going to fill it with water and check it for leaks. Why seal it if it's, why close it up if it's not sealed? Well, I've got a leak. My patch, I don't think is leaking at all. But the one I didn't do anything to is leaking. I put a little bit in there, but I didn't finish it. So it's good to check things before you, well, maybe it is leaking a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, there's a little moisture there. Yeah, but I don't know if that's running from over here or not. Yeah, that's a pretty good leak. If you were out in the kayak with this leak, you'd probably be in trouble. That's a lot of water coming out of there. Alright. So now I know what I need to fix. There's a leak on the side in the scupper in here, and then this one's got a little bit of a leak. This patch is pretty much done aside from a little smoothing out. Now I'm going to work on this one. Yeah, this one, I got to get all this green crud out of here and probably scrape up most of this mess. I sealed there was that seam that was in here. I've already sealed that. I heated both sides and melted plastic into it. Some of this yellow plastic was actually sticking pretty good, so I'm going to get my heat gun and scrape as much of this out. Actually, let me show you how I get that green stuff out of here. There's not a whole lot left because I have really worked this out earlier. But, yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. I'll come back when this patch looks like that patch. Heck of a difference. Especially back under the kayak again. This one's finished. Not leaking at all. And this was just dripping now. I heated it and pressed all this together. Still got a little bit of, you can see the yellow in there. You can see the yellow in here from where they'd repaired it before. The yellow is where they filled the crack. So I'm going to heat it up again to where it's like soft and malleable, and then I'm gonna I don't know, I might just try to pull that yellow stuff out. Try and get that mess out of there. Anyway, I'll probably just pull that yellow stuff out and refill it with the blue like I did on this side. So I'll do that and I'm gonna quit. Well, quit for a little while. You can see this junk they use, whatever they use, they just drip. It's like they heated something and just dripped it in there. But the problem with that is when you drop hot plastic on the cold plastic, it doesn't stick. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cut a circle the size of this, and then I'm replacing my hatches on this kayak. I'm gonna put this hatch on the circle that I replaced that with. Let's see. Oh, I'll probably get it out of there. If this is 10 inches across, it'll work. Because I think this is, from one side to the other, is right at 10 inches. So they call it a 10-inch hatch, but the opening is only 8 and a quarter. Anyway, that's where I'm at with that. All right, I figured out what was leaking. It was actually leaking from the manufacturer's repairs. Where the scupper meets the other scupper, I started heating this. And, oh wait, there's a drip right there. See, that's coming from up here, so I'm okay. Anyway, where the top meets the bottom, it wasn't sealed. So as I was heating it, it was peeling up and it was this color. And it went all the way in. Ouch. So I took a big piece of blue plastic, I heated everything, melted the plastic, put it in, and laid it over. There's a little tiny drip right here. But not sure where that's coming from, but I'm gonna seal all this. This one's doesn't have a single drop on it, so this one's done. But we're good here. I think I'm done for the day. Talk to y'all later.